This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. I am Merciful Ajinobo, and you are watching TOS News Update. President Muhammadu Buhari will be proceeding to London, the United Kingdom today for a routine medical checkup. This was contained in a statement issued by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, in Abuja on Monday, March 29th. According to the statement, the President will first meet with the nation's security chiefs, after which he embarks on the trip. The statement also added that he is due back in the country during the second week of April 2021. And moving on, the Nigerian Institute of Electrical Engineering has tasked members to prioritize professionalism as they discharge the duties to the society. The institute, through its national president, Dr. Kings Adeyemi, gave the charge at an event organized to indoctrinate members of the institute into the Nigeria Institute of Electrical Fellow and presentation of an honorary award to deserving members. According to some newly inducted members and also the national president of the Nigeria Association of Engineering, Kings Adeyemi, the ceremony, which takes place once or twice every year, indicates the peak of one's career and an opportunity to give back to the society the wealth of knowledge bestowed upon them. Some of the newly inducted fellows who spoke to newsmen believe the honor conferred on them is a call to do more.
A fellow is the highest grade any member of the institute can attain. The minimum qualification is that you must have registered with Koren/NSC for the minimum of 10 years. And before you can register with Koren and NSC, you must have about 5 years experience. So those that you see being conferred today are professionals that have over 15 years experience in their various fields.
Because of some of the things that we have done, some of the exposures we have had, and then number of years that we've been in the field, the institute have found also worthy of the conferment, and I see this day as a personal honor to me that I was found worthy, and that's why we are here to celebrate to the glory of God.
This award is actually the highest peak. That is the peak of everyone's career. And to be a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, it shows you have really attained the peak of your career and you need to do more for the society.
With this utilization of this frequency now for the GSM operators, it means it will create more employment for people, because we now have a lot of broadband technologies and everything that will coexist in UHF band. So it will also improve our economic status.
A civil society organization known as the Nigerian Youth Choice 2023 has stated that going forward, youths have resolved to vote only credible leaders into elective positions. The group, who spoke during a press conference in Abuja, also blamed the country's various challenges on leaders who were oblivious of the root cause of the problems, let alone their solutions. They, however, added that come 2023, youth in the country will only embrace candidates who are youth-friendly and show commitment towards youth development.
We are rooted from different levels across the nations. We are very, very happy to make sure that everything come 2023, we will do our best to make sure those who are credible, the person who is accountable, the person who is transparent, the person who is a management of public funds in a way that the masses will be happy, the masses will get what they want, whatever they want from the governance, it will be the person who put in place in the governance. The person that will include youths in the governance. We don't want any persons that will neglect the youths in the governance.
One of the problems that we are facing now is that the money is not excess circulating, but we have inflation. According to the researchers of the economics, when there is an inflation in the country, the money that is circulating in the country is too much. Where is the money? Look at our price of commodities. It's skyrocketed, and it's always skyrocketing. So where are we going? If we advise the government to do the price control, how government will do the price control without owning their own companies?
We have come as Nigeria Youth Choice to tell Nigerians and to tell Nigerian governments that the era of them paying lip service to responsibility of Nigerians, to the responsibility of youths, women, elderly in the society is over. That we, the youth, come 2023, we are ready to fight through that nail to ensure that better leadership is restored for good governance in Nigeria.
Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says the present administration never promised to make ₦1 equal to $1. He said this in a TV interview as he noted that such claims do not exist and remains false. Adesina pointed that the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, had previously debunked the claims. He said anyone with clips on when such statement was made should make them available. He said for the country to move forward, Nigerians must avoid negative criticisms made towards the president and the current administration. Leaders of Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors are set to begin a nationwide strike from Thursday. According to a statement signed by stakeholders of NARD, the union said the industrial action will be total and indefinite if the federal government fails to meet its demand. The doctors called for the immediate payment of all salaries owed, including March salaries, before the end of March 31st. The union will still made up their minds for an upward review of their current hazard allowance to 50% of consolidated basic salaries of all health workers, as well as the payment of the outstanding COVID-19 inducement allowance. This is your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television, and you are watching TOS News Update. When we return, we'll bring you more news to stay. Thanks for staying. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Timipre Silva, says a whole lot of Nigerians are facing energy poverty despite the huge natural gas resource in the country. Silva made this known on Monday at the pre-summit conference of the 2021 Nigeria International Petroleum Summit titled The Decade of Gas. In the event held in Abuja, the minister said the economic recovery and growth plan of the regime of the current administration revolves around the utilization of natural gas. The National Identity Management Commission has launched a new mobile web service application and improved national identity number slips for public use. This is coming ahead of deadline expiration for linkage of subscribers' identity module cards with national identity numbers on the 9th of April. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Pentami, through the Director General, Chief Executive Officer of NIMC, Engineer Aliyu A. Aziz, took charge of the launch. Meanwhile, Head of Corporate Communications of NIMC, Kayode Adegoke, said the NIMC app comes with improved national identification number slip for public use. And for news across Africa, following a deadly ambush on a convoy by Islamist militants in northern Mozambique, as many as 60 people, mostly foreign citizens from France, Britain and South Africa, are unaccounted for. According to recordings of security calls, only 7 vehicles in a convoy of 17 made it to safety after the attack on Friday, with 7 confirmed dead and many injured in the recovered vehicles. Everyone in the other vehicles is assumed dead. The harrowing details of the attack came after a report that South Africa was considering sending military forces as part of a mission to rescue its civilians left in the town. The insurgents are known locally as Al-Shabaab, although they do not have any known connection to Somalia's jihadist rebels of that name. The rebels have been active in Cabo Delgado province since 2017, but their attacks became much more frequent and deadly in the past year. Egyptian authorities have ordered the arrest of 8 people that comprise of the 2 drivers, their 2 assistants, the guard of a traffic control tower, the head of traffic control in Assuit, and 2 other guards over last week's fatal train collision that killed 18 people, according to the prosecutor's office. The number of those killed in the tragedy has been reduced to 18, down from the 19 cited by Health Minister Haile Zaid on Saturday. Egypt has seen frequent accidents on its railway system due in part to poor maintenance and lack of investment. One of the deadliest train disasters occurred in 2002 when 373 people died after a fire broke out on a train traveling south of Cairo. And for news across the globe, more than 900 residents of nearby Balonga village moved to 2 evacuation centers after a massive fire broke out at the Pertamina Balongan refinery in Indonesia's West Java province, officials said. The Indonesian authorities have urged residents to remain calm and steer away from the fire. 4 people got injured while passing through the area. They suffered burns and are being treated at the regional hospital, the local disaster mitigation agency have said. According to the authorities, the cause of the fire was not clear, but there was lightning and heavy rain at the time the massive fire broke out. Reports on television showed explosions as black smoke and orange flames filled the sky. The fire appeared localized at a set of 4 tanks in the middle of the refinery. The fire was concentrated on the refinery's storage unit, and there had been no impact on the processing plant, Pertamina said. The Balongan plant has a refinery capacity of about 125,000 barrels of crude oil a day. It supplies fuel to Jakarta, Banten, and some regions of West Java. This is your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television. More news after the break. To stay. You're welcome back. The Prime Minister of Australia, Scott Morrison, has reshuffled some important cabinet members as he tries to address some of the sexual misconduct scandals that have happened under his government. Morrison has removed Ministers Christian Porter and Linda Reynolds from their positions. Porter, who was the Attorney General, had earlier taken mental health leave after revealing being accused of raping a 16-year-old girl 33 years ago. Linda Reynolds was removed from the defense portfolio, but she will also remain in cabinet as Government Services Minister. Reynolds, who was the defense minister, had been heavily criticized for not supporting a young staffer who alleged she was raped by a more senior colleague 2 years ago. Michaelia Cash will become the new Attorney General of the Peter Dutton, will take over as Defense Minister. Porter will be reassigned to Industry Minister, while Reynolds will become the Government Services Minister. And to news on the entertainment scene, the Cameroonian movie Therapy, produced by Emeline C. Mosaka, has made history as the first Cameroonian movie on the global streaming platform Netflix. The movie featured some of Nigeria's finest in the industry, like Richard Mofe-Damijo, Ireti Doyle alongside Jing, Alain Menget, Susie, Lucy Memba, Neighbor Goodwill, and child actor Kayla Merritt, among others. The story of the movie, written by Fokwa Babila, follows a dysfunctional couple who procure the services of an unusual therapist in an attempt to solve their marital differences. The movie is also co-directed by Anirin Wandembom and Musin Derrick and Victoria Akinjobi as the film's editor. And talking sports, a report says that the federal government is yet to release the fund it promised to Edo State for the hosting of 2020 National Sports Festival, with less than a week for it to begin. Musa Ebonyana, a project manager in the Media and Communications Subcommittee of the festival's local organizing committee, made this known on Sunday. He told journalists that while the Edo State government is hopeful about the fund, an early release will be better. Alex Iwobi, who tested positive to COVID-19, will not be present at the Nigeria's final 2021 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against Lesotho. The Everton player tested positive on Saturday before the win against Benin and returned back to Nigeria with other members of the team. Eagles spokesman Babafemi Raji also confirmed the departure of Iwobi from the Eagles camp. And that is TOS News Update on your digital first Pan-African News Network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television. I am Merciful Ajinomo, and thanks for watching.